Smells like rotten Cheetos out in my garage.
Take the mic out, I got my flow right.
Hey, what's up, rich homies? Thank you for clicking onto the video. I do not like cliche sayings. I try to stay away from them. I know I've talked about that on the channel before, but we've all heard it is a small world. And as much as I hate to admit it, that's pretty true. I mean, there's been so many scenarios I know where you just run into someone out of nowhere and you're like, how does this even happen? So when I got this message the other day, that's the first thing that I thought of. So I went to high school with this guy. He was a few years older than me, but we played basketball together. And he sends me an email and says, hey, I just ran across your YouTube channel. Now, think how big the internet is, right? There's millions and millions of people on there. The amount of content is just out. It's crazy. So to run across this small YouTube channel with 50,000 subscribers just seems very unlikely. But anyway, he just so happens to work at Rogue Fitness now. So if you guys have noticed these awesome banners in the background, that's all because of him. He's like, hey, well, he was making fun of my, you see those cardboard boxes? I literally just took the cardboard that came with this rack right here, and I just cut it out and decorated my garage. Funny how that works. He's like, we can't be having that, so he sends me out 2 banners. How crazy is that? Now, as you can see, I'm still gonna keep some of the cardboard up, but these banners are much more official. And I get a lot of questions about my Rogue equipment. How much does it cost? And I will do a video, I think, if you guys want that, how much did everything cost to build this home gym. The one thing I will say is I know that Rogue is expensive. Now, there's a few things here. One, I'm biased. I live in Ohio, so the fact that I can just drive to Rogue and pick up anything, it would almost be criminal to not buy Rogue equipment when I'm building a home gym. But also, this stuff is so legit. I mean, you're never, ever going to have to buy any new equipment if you buy Rogue. Home gym equipment, I'm fine spending money on. We'll blow stacks, as the young kids would say these days. I don't care what it costs, honestly. If it's something that I'm gonna get good use out of, I'm probably gonna buy it. But there's a lot of things you guys know I'm pretty frugal about. And one of the reasons I'm frugal with so many other things is because I like nice things, so I can't have it all. Unfortunately, I'm not a real rich homie, but I thought this would interest some of you guys because I know some of you cannot drink black coffee, which is what I prefer. But the things that you put in your coffee usually have like so many extra calories. I'm like, if you're on low carbs, why are you gonna waste 20, 30 carbs on coffee? It just blows my mind. So these are great, these 0-calorie syrups. So this, you can buy at TJ Maxx or Marshall's that I found. And they're only like $2 for this big bottle, as opposed to the Torini, which is the popular brand. And this is like $5 for a small bottle. So if you guys can find those at the store, save yourself a little bit of money and a few extra calories in the meantime.
Whoa, this life is deeper than you know. For the times they beat you down, well, that's the moment that you grow. Don't overthink it, man, that's just how it goes. Take the moments of your highs and average those with your lows. Say,
as sad as it might be to say, this is like a gourmet meal to me. I will never get sick of this. To me, this is like filet mignon. Okay, I might be getting carried away there. But the puff wheat cereal with the chocolate cupcake protein powder, topped with some blueberries. And don't worry, I'm not taking any alphamine today, so no caffeine rants. You're welcome.
say, now that's life in a shell. And when they ask about your status, they ain't hoping for well. Hey, that's why I play these beats to train. Every syllable I write, release a decibel.
Every time. Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
I been Steph Curry with the shot, been cooking with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pot, boy.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times.
You guys know that sometimes life throws you curveballs. It's not always linear. You're gonna have your ups, your downs, your highs, and your lows. And today, I hit one of those lows.
But now you know it, that I'm at an all-time low, 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 low,
176 pounds? Do you even eat, bro? I mean, this is the lightest I've been since, I can't even remember, probably high school or something like that. And you probably saw that I was weighing myself on a new scale. So this is the Body Analyzer. You might have seen this on a few other channels. I was in the market for something a little bit more dependable. The one I'd been using is kind of old and it's from CVS from way back in the day. So if I was gonna use the scale as a resource to measure my progress, I wanted to make sure I was on point. Now this thing looks like it was built by NASA. It looks pretty official and it has a lot of cool different features on it. So it will give you your estimated body fat percentage, bone density, water weight, stuff like that. So you can see those in the corner there. And what I'm interested in is seeing how this trends over the next few weeks. So I have my starting point, I have my baseline, that it first gave me when I stepped on the scale, and now seeing how it fluctuates. And it's just gonna be another way that I can kind of try to measure some progress. So if you guys are interested in this scale, you can save 60% using the link down below. And if you guys do end up buying one, let me know what you think. I'm gonna be using this, and I'm gonna follow up in the next few weeks and see how these numbers have been adjusted. I think it'll be pretty interesting to see. Hey, what's up, Rich Homie Chris? I just wanted to wish you a happy 25th birthday. Enjoy it, man. Don't count macros, eat cake, have an awesome day, and thanks for watching the videos. Angelica, you're an awesome girlfriend. I don't know that a happy birthday from me is the best gift, but hey, I'll do what I can. I've always been a huge John Bellion fan, but after watching some of his interviews, I've just been on this huge kick. You know, he brings a choir to his concerts, like a 9-piece band. His music is incredible. And if you're wondering how many of my videos are inspired by music, I would say 98%. One thing I always found interesting is when people will gain weight on a cut and they'll be like, well, it's probably water weight, it's probably because I ate something late at night, or a different reason. And a lot of times they're right, you know, sometimes the scale just fluctuates. But then when they lose weight, they credit it all to progress. So that's not what I'm trying to do here. I don't truly weigh 176 pounds, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's a light weigh in. I didn't eat a whole lot yesterday, a lot of activity yesterday. My guess is I'm a little bit closer to 179, 180, so I just kind of want to make that apparent to you guys.
How you feel, how you feel, how you feel? 25 sitting on 25 mil. I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay?
One thing to remember is we want to focus on fat loss, not weight loss. So it is not worth it to lose all the strength that you worked so hard for just to see that number go down on the scale. You want to try to maintain your strength as best as possible, which means a slow cut. So the fact that the scale dropped 3 pounds overnight isn't necessarily a good thing. Now, as I mentioned, there's some issues with using the scale to measure your cutting progress, but it's one of the best things that we have. That's why I encourage people to just be consistent with it. Weigh yourself at the same time. This is very generic advice. It's been said a lot, guys, but the reason you're supposed to weigh yourself every single morning without any clothes, after you go to the bathroom, yada, 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 you've heard it, is because that's how we control the variables the best we can. But even after that, there's still so much fluctuation that can take place. So keep that in mind. Don't let the scale control you, but still, it is a very powerful tool to use whether you're bulking or cutting.
Getting paid, holla whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot. Tune like one, pass it like a relay. While I'm seeing B, you homies won't YMCA.
I'm sure you guys have seen it time and time again. I used to see it a lot when I was back in college or when I went to Law Fitness. Someone would come in the middle of the day, get on the scale and weigh themselves. And in my mind, that tells you nothing.
Me, Freddie, and Molly Ball at the cribbo. Shackles after Nico, Jane Chubbs at the gibbo. We got Santa Margarita by the leader. She know even if I'm do it, I don't really need it. Oh, that's how you feel, man. That's really how you feel.
So I think the challenge of today's video is to make sure I don't wake up tomorrow at 176 pounds. I think we could do that. So this might surprise some of you guys. I'm actually gonna head out to do a little bit of extra cardio. I'd say a pool party's gotta be cardio. All that extra moving around, just think about the calories you're burning. Dieting's not that hard. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to bring you guys with me. I know, I apologize. It's not you, it's me. We'll talk about it later. Right, babe? Look, it's just too rowdy for the internet, you have to understand. But since I love you guys, I'll give you one clip. That's it.
Loving you, baby child. Tied up.
Even as somebody that does not like movies, you have to appreciate The Sandlot, one of the best movies of all time. Hopefully everybody has seen that. If not, you need to get on that right now. So if it doesn't look like I've been in the pool, it's because I didn't actually get in, so I guess no cardio was done, but me and cold water do not mix. So I was perfectly content just sitting out roasting in the sun. So now, it's been a long day. You guys know, it's time to grub. There's 3 of my favorite restaurants all in this plaza, so it's quite the predicament, but you guys know that I don't like to discriminate, so I think we'll find a solution.
Already know that you only live once. That's the motto, baby. Yellow, and we got it every day, every day, every day. Like we sitting on the bench, baby. We don't really play every day, every day. What anybody say, can't see him, cause the money ain't the way.
I have no idea where I'm at right now, but I just pulled over because I thought it'd be a cool place to take a thumbnail picture. Was it worth it? I don't know. Is it worth letting my food get cold? I really don't know about that one.
Homie, what's up?
While we're here, might as well go over the food, right? So the first stop was Blaze Pizza, one of my favorite places of all time. You guys don't see it on the channel too much because I go there a lot for lunch, and obviously I don't record throughout the day, but it's just like Chipotle except pizza. So you go through the line, you pick out your ingredients, you pick out your toppings, anything you want. They put it in this wood fire grill. It's done in like 2 minutes. If there is anything like a Blaze Pizza next to you, I promise you if you go, you will not be disappointed. It's so good, it's unbelievable. And then we got DeBella's sub. DeBella's, it says here, it's only Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Connecticut, Indiana. So good chance you guys have never heard of DeBella's or never had it at least. The bread at DeBella's is what makes these subs. They are unbelievable. And you guys know I have a love for Panda Express. And I always get the exact same thing, teriyaki chicken, white rice, never lets me down. So, like I promised you guys, we're not gonna wake up tomorrow at 176 pounds.
Real homie, what's up? Real homie, what's up? What's up?
When I picked up all that food, it was about 5 o'clock and I was starving. The only thing I've had today is that puff wheat cereal that you saw earlier, and then I had a Quest bar. And you guys know how it is when you're driving with great food in the car and it just smells and it just kills you, you know? Try having 3 amazing restaurants in your car at once. So then, you know, I gotta go take those pictures, I gotta get everything ready, and now it's like 6:30. So it is a process. But now I'm not that hungry, and obviously there's a lot of food there, so I better figure it out. So I'm gonna do something I don't advocate that you guys do, which is start with the best thing first. Usually I'll save it for last, but this Blaze Pizza is just, I mean, if you could, I wish you could smell this. It is amazing. It's so fresh. It's unbelievable, honestly. And this is actually a veggie pizza. So the reason I don't get meat on my pizza is because it confuses my brain. And my brain is like, well, am I eating a hamburger or a pizza? And it's like, you would think it'd be great, right, having both at once, but I've never been big on combining 2 amazing things to make something even more amazing, which is counterintuitive because when you watch this channel, I'm throwing crazy things together trying to make these amazing concoctions. And the reason for that is to try to impress the internet. To me, if it was just me eating alone, I would eat everything separately because I feel like I get more bang for my buck and my brain is not as confused. You guys know I'm not the smartest person out there.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt, don't you?
It is just so good, and it's not even fresh. When this comes straight out of the oven, it will take your breath away. It is that good. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I don't eat that much fresh food anymore because I make these videos now. And so a lot of times it takes a lot of setup and I have to do a lot, you know, especially if I'm trying to take a thumbnail picture, and just creates a whole new world of problems. And is it worth it? Is it worth letting my food get cold just to provide a little bit of better content for you? Hell yes.
Now she want a photo, you already know though.
It's been like 10 years since the song was popular, but every time I see Chinese chicken, I think of that Bare Naked Lady song. It was so good now. Probably not as good as this teriyaki chicken, which I do tend to get probably maybe like once every other week just when I'm on lunch break. Stuff is delicious.
What anybody say, can't see him cause the money in the way. Real homie, what's up? Real homie, what's up? Real homie, what's up? Now she
Oh, whoa, oh, whoa. I write my life down and with myself.
This isn't, I wouldn't say the best sub, but the bread is by far the best. It's just like, I guess, average ingredients inside of it, but I could just eat this bread by itself.
The pain, or maybe that's how I drain it, or maybe that's how I contain it till I spill it to you. You wrote me once.
So all of that was amazing, but without a doubt, Blaze is the best of the best. But the one thing I did not show you that I also picked up when I went to Blaze, they sell these s'mores cookies right by the register. And if you can walk out of there without buying one of these things, then you have a lot of willpower. They will heat them up for you if you want to eat there. But if you just put this in the microwave for a few seconds, it's unbelievable.
Said I saved your life, you saved mine too. When depression was resting on my conscience like daily, I never second guessed my sanity. I knew I was crazy, but that crazy was good because that crazy was Tommy. They tried to force the farmers.
And we're gonna end the night with one of my favorite things in life, Halo Top ice cream. And my favorite flavor is probably, it's tough, probably like the birthday cake, but the mint chip is good, the chocolate's good, the vanilla. The only one I haven't been crazy about is lemon, but lemon ice cream in general just does not sound that good. So did I go over macros today? Yes, of course I did. But no biggie, guys. Like I said, I woke up extremely light. I'm guessing I'll wake up closer to like 189 pounds tomorrow if I had to guess. So 179 pounds, 189, that'd be pretty impressive. But I will put that on the screen maybe at the end of this video because I know you guys are always interested in it. I get a lot of questions on this. Well, how far will this put you back? honestly, guys, you got to keep your end goals in mind. So if your goal is to cut weight as quickly as possible, doing something like this might not be in your best interest. But for me, I'm doing this over the long run. And this upcoming week, I'm going to be traveling. I guarantee you that I will not be in a deficit while I'm traveling because I want to go experience things, right? So what if I come back at 182, 183? It's in my control to bring myself back down if I want to do. So remember that. You're never stuck at one place, so don't be afraid of making any mistakes. So I'm going to cut off here. Might throw in some workout footage of tomorrow morning at the end of this if you guys want to watch, just to see how I reacted to some higher calories. But that's going to be it, I think, probably. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. Seriously, you could have been doing anything, but you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That really is awesome. Please give this video a like. That really does help me. I'm not just saying that. I don't just say that at the end of the video just because it's part of my sign off. It really does help me if you guys like the video. So please do that. And I look forward to talking to you guys next time.